Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Toka the Talking Taco. So as some of you may know, the spring patch dropped on the 26th of May. So I wanted to bring you guys a breakdown and talk about all the major changes to the suppression and netcode, as well as the addition of 5 new weapons. So without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? We got a lot of ground to cover here. In this patch, all the players get access to what has been dubbed as the Weapon Crate DLC. This is a piece of free DLC accessible to even non-premium players that brings back some new weapons into the Battlefield franchise, as well as some old fan favorites, but always with the goal of having those weapons feel special and play differently. These weapons are the British LED-6A2 light machine gun, the lever action sidearm, the Mare's Leg, and the free Russian-made weapons, the AN-94 Abakan assault rifle, the Groza 1 carbine, and the Groza 4 personal defense weapon. And I'd say that DICE has indeed introduced weapons that feel different from the other ones, and so I'm really happy with these additions. I won't go much more into detail for the new guns, but I'll try to cover them in other videos, so stay tuned for those. Suppression is a controversial topic, and with the latest iteration, the one included in the spring patch, we see that the team over at DICE LA has completely revamped the suppression effect, making its effects only noticeable at longer ranges. That means that inside the optimal range, there is no suppression at all, making CQB firefights much less random. But get outside the fall-off range, however, and feel suppression kick in full effect. I personally think that DICE LA hit the nail on the head, as it's nowhere near as annoying as it was back in Battlefield 3, but still manages to provide some tactical use. So imagine this scenario. Let's say you spot XXX MLG Sniper 420 at a long range over there, and he's using a bolt action sniper rifle, and you're running with your trusty assault rifle. At that range, your bullets will suppress your target, making it much easier for you to close the gap and take him out. This patch also graces us with the return of the Battlefield 3 fan favorite game mode Gunmaster. That has you start with one weapon and makes you kill 2 enemies in order to progress to the next weapon. Simple enough, right? But the team over at DICE LA is not finished though, as they now offer different presets for the game mode, such as the Troll preset, where you start with a riot shield and it's downhill from there. But don't go on and think that this patch only offers a new mode, 5 new weapons, and weapon and suppression tweaks. No. Devs have been working on some netcode changes as well. Changes such as better handling of fast vehicles over the network, player starter improvement, reduced bandwidth usage for the high frequency network update bubble, rubber banding improvements, faster sync of player stance changes, improved first and third person animation transitions, reduced hit indicator and damage indicator delay, several spectator improvements and crash fixes, increased client stability, and finally, but certainly not least, a feature, quote unquote, from Battlefield 3 that was promised not to be in Battlefield 4, but it shipped with the retail version of Battlefield 4, however. I'm talking about network smoothing. And with this latest patch, network smoothing has been removed completely. And I think it's a great idea because it confused a lot of players and it made some rotation, player rotation and vehicle rotation in general just seem a lot more sluggish. But I'll tell you guys, go ahead and check out Chris over at Battle Nonsense. He makes great videos about this. They're really interesting and they explain everything in detail. So go ahead and go check out Chris over at Battle Nonsense. Link will be in the description and on an annotation on the screen. These changes are definitely great, but I'm sad to see that we still don't have the frame rate based update rate for the client side, as that would be the icing on the cake for me. But I'd assume that we'll see these changes somewhere on the near future, perhaps when the summer patch rolls around the corner. But that's not all. The team has also decreased the range of passive spotting, which previously worked up to 1.2 kilometers and now only up to 100 meters. Improved tracers, something that becomes really noticeable to every player on the battlefield and makes the game look so great, especially when you're fighting on Gillen peaks inside the caverns. And you can notice this effect extremely well with the higher caliber weapons. So the tracers have different sizes to them depending on the caliber of the weapon. So if you're using the new LMG, you'll see much bigger tracer rounds when you're using something as the Groza 4, for instance. Remixed third-person footsteps are some of the audio changes. It's a small change, but I guarantee you'll notice it and appreciate it. The addition of third-person bullet impact sounds, we still don't have the Bad Company 2 bucket sound though. Updated IRNV and FLIR optics, and revamped soldier callouts. So, you know when you're playing and you hear enemies shouting, which ends up revealing their position, leading to their death and frustration as they have no clue as to what happened? DICE LA has made some tweaks to the callouts and divided them into 3 different categories: team, self, and enemy. So, generally speaking, your shout should now not be heard by the enemy unless it's a callout you triggered, such as "need a medic" or "give me some ammo, scrub." And they should only be heard if you're within vocal proximity. So if someone is far away from you, they shouldn't be hearing your shout, which was something that was completely ridiculous. And last, but certainly not least, again, this is a big one. The head glitch fix. The devs have finally done it. Congrats. So if you don't know what is head glitching, just imagine you're aiming down sights and shoot. The bullets will hit the target, right? But the way that works is that the bullets actually spawn out of the very tip of your forehead, which makes it incredibly difficult for someone to shoot back at you if you had cover at around high level. However, the bullets now spawn out of the barrel of the weapon, so if you're extremely close to an object and shoot the bullets, they will hit the object and not the target. But don't worry, this doesn't really affect firefights by any means, even at CQB. And DICE LA was kind enough to provide visual cues that facilitate the adjustment, so you'll notice that your soldier now holds his weapon down whenever you get too close to an object, hinting at your inability to shoot in that position. That's all I have for you guys today, so if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. Really appreciate it, makes my day a whole lot better. This has been Tokas, hope you've had a great day, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.